Doesn't seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but to me, this is a lot of work. We're in the shop, back on the tow truck. We need to get on the tow truck a lot. We need to run it. PTO, I've installed a new bearing in this side. So we got to pull this bearing off, this race out, put a seal in it, and then assemble that, and we can start stacking it in the transmission. Here we go. No reason to wait around longer. Just realized that we didn't pull the studs out of the transmission where we took the PTO off the donor truck. So we're gonna run down, pull those 6 studs out real quick, and then we're gonna get to work on the bed. All right, we're back down here at the boneyard. I'm gonna lay on this board and see if I can get my studs out.
You're gonna lay on the sticker board, huh?
Oh, I'm not sure I'm fitting between here and there. The studs are on the other side.
Of course they are.
And they're fine threads.
They are?
Yep.
Well, that doesn't help us at all.
Okay, I'll vice grip them out. Oh, they're gonna come out pretty easy.
That's a good thing.
I didn't look for snakes again. Last time I played with this truck, a snake fell out. Look at that. I was just barely under here, and a snake. We got him. Michelle, come here. Michelle!
Hey, you made it out of the depths there.
That was fun. So it turns out there's only 3 studs in there that were any good. The others were just bolts that they'd cut off. So we'll take those 3 and we'll build some other ones.
There we go.
All right, Ben's getting these studs all put in here. So these gaskets are actually shims. So you got to shim the PTO away from that gear like this. See the different ones? So that it engages and disengages and you have the right gear pattern on there. So we're estimating 3's pretty close right now, but time will tell. So he's double nutting this so he can spin this. These studs have shoulders on them. You want to put the shoulder clear down tight so that everything seats, and also so there's not much room to get a nut on the back side once PTO's on, so you got to have everything just tight so it'll fit. I'm gonna build some of those. See that little thing in the middle? This PTO for the tow truck needs 4 of those, and I currently only possess 2 of them. So I'm gonna take this bolt and I'm gonna turn it into 2 of those. Here we go. All right, I got my first one cut out. It looks just like that. We'll cut that off, tap it. If this machine had some capabilities still, I would just thread that thing right there, but I can't. So we'll cut it off and then make the other one. All right, 2 of them are machined out. I'm gonna go cut these things off, thread them, and we'll have the bolts we need to finish our job on the tow truck. So, all right, there's your comparison. They're the same thing. I gotta tap them real quick and we'll have parts and pieces made. So these little collars that I made on here go in and they hold this. This thing has a collar inside of here and they go in and hold that tight. So gotta find a nut. I'll be back. All right, should be able to spin these on, double nut it, and tighten this thing down and see if we got the preload set properly. All right, that's tight. That turns still. We may have done something right on that. Seems like I've shimmed it properly. There's no end play and it turns, so you got to stack gaskets under this to set the preload. Evidently I got it somewhat close. PTO is going in. This doesn't seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but to me, this is a lot of work that's happened right here to make this fit. That fits. That's cool. Pump is in. Been a pile of work just to get that little piece in there so that I can make the hydraulics go up and down on this thing. I didn't build this to fit, but it did. I lucked out. As you can say, sometimes it's lucky. It's better to be lucky than good. So that's what that's gonna look like. So obviously we're not gonna want to break this off. So I'm gonna take some angle iron just like this and put back here, and we're gonna build a skid plate underneath all this. This will all be skid plated up so that we can beat on this thing and not break important parts. So we're gonna break some parts, just hopefully not the important ones. We're just doing a little checking out here. That is how vertical this thing will stand. It'll actually go a little bit more, but we ran out of boom at the top. Can't lift it any higher. I think that is gonna do what we want it to do. We'll just start building brackets and tabs and get this thing mounted. I gotta build 2 cross members underneath. We've got some angle iron found here. That is gonna be our mounts down the side of the frame. I gotta build some frame plates, lots of welding. So we're gonna square this thing up side to side, front to back, and build some brackets and weld them down. Get it setting on here permanent like.
All right, I'll get a persuader.
How far are you from side?
From side?
Just in from the side. I'm setting at 4.5.
This is at 4.
So we need to go your way just barely. Swing that crane around, hook it on. It's gonna make life way easier. Okay. We can move her now. Needs to come over a little. Can you pry it?
Yep.
Pry that out.
4.5.
Keep going.
4.
Keep going. Right there. 4 3/8.
4 3/8.
37 5/8 centers us up. I'm happy with
So
that.
let's tighten this down.
What I'm gonna do is just take and go weld, 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 weld.
Yep.
Then it won't move. Then we can deal with this. I'll drag a welder out. All right, we're gonna tack weld these in place and then we'll build the permanent mounts. Probably should have built cross members before I welded those down. We'll cut them off. We're good at it. All right, here's a quick little update. We've been time lapsing, as you can see. Me and Ben are a 2-man show here.
We're trying it.
So we're getting it done. But mounts welded on the frame. We got to drill those holes. We got bolts. This one's welded on the frame. Got to drill those 2 holes, and then back there we're gonna drill 3 holes. So they'll be on, and this thing will never move. I got to weld the other side on still. Then I got to do some cross members. We got to build cross members across here so we can drill these holes across there, and this thing will work. So we're gaining lots of building and cutting and welding. All right, Ben's over here. He's cutting parts for us.
Cut.
And I'm underneath here. I'll show you what I got going. I'm putting cross members in. So this is a 2x2 running across that this whole framework will bolt into. And then I'm gonna take a 4x2 and put in here 4x2 so it'll span where we welded this together. Half of it will be here, half there. It'll be a frame brace, then we'll put a gusset below it. Shouldn't break in half. I guarantee we test this thing. I'm going welding. All right, I heard Cummins clatter in my yard. I'll bet that means one thing. Yep, it does. Merlin's here.
What are you doing, Paul?
I'm just building tow truck.
I was just in the neighborhood, thought I'd drop some junk off to you.
Look at that, Landon's gonna be a happy camper.
6 liter,
6-liter stock.
9.5 to 1 stock cam.
Oh yeah.
We set the rev limiter at 6,400, so he can't hurt it.
That, don't challenge that kid.
Dude, unless he runs it out of oil.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, the motor that you gave me that I took down, this is not that motor.
Oh really?
This is a different motor. I've gotta ask, what do you know about the story of that motor?
So it was actually a friend of mine's truck. He drove it for a long time and then
Okay.
he parked it. It had a miss.
I don't know what happened to it, but it was so rusted inside and so full of red mud I thought maybe it had come out of a flood. I steam cleaned it out. I got it to turn over, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna throw a fuel injection setup on it and just start it. It had terrible oil pressure. It clanked and rattled and hammered, and it did have a misfire. I think all the lifters have collapsed in it. Like, it looks like they were doing a water crossing or something and maybe got caught in the mud. There was mud in the intake ports and all of that. I was gonna pull it apart and rebuild it, and I flipped it upside down and I was turning it over, and I saw rust in one of the cylinders and rust on the camshaft. And I was like, you know what? I'm wasting my time here. This thing is like, this one's gonna take too much energy because I have better LSs. So this one's a junkyard one that I bought a long time ago. It's a low miler. Cool. And I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna use your wire harness. So
cool.
Anyway, I left all the accessories on it. It's got the AC, everything. On the transmission, I didn't go through the transmission. Okay. I took it apart. I checked everything. I cleaned it. I serviced it. It is in pristine condition.
As far as I know, it was running fine.
Should be a good little motor for the boy.
Should be good to go. Got some more junk on here.
Yeah, so I was up at Industrial getting a cylinder head for the Cummins boat, and I thought, you know, I think I'm just gonna throw Landon's motor on and catch you on the way back through, and
cool,
buy you lunch. And
heck yeah. Well, we'll get this thing unloaded and then back to work. All right, little forklift action, and we got it.
Okay.
Did you open that door?
Very fast. But now all I gotta do is easy to put it down.
Finger.
Focus. Easier than doing.
Cool. Next week's project, we'll get Landon out of my Dodge. That's the important thing.
He'll probably never get out of the Dodge.
Oh, he'll be out. He'll be back in the Chevy. He'll like it though. It'll blow cold AC, run good, drive good.
probably get about 2 miles per gallon.
Well, yeah, but it's fun per gallon when you're a teenager. Fun
Yeah.
per gallon. All right, so Merlin's inside talking to my kids, and I snuck out here because this is what I have in the works. This is what my rollback is going to look like. 4-wheel drive with an aluminum rollback bed on the back. Imagine that. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it. And then I can load the tow truck on the back of that. So in the works, I just need more hours in the day to get it done. All right, we're just fitting airbags up right now. Airbag mount is gonna look something like that right there and go in. Should work. There'll be a bolt that goes down through all of it and bolts up nice and tight. Things are coming together. Kind of scary.
No.
I know,
that's a good thing. It's a good
stuff's
thing.
working after the week we've had working on that car.
Yeah.
We can't get parts for it. Everything we order is wrong when it shows up. It just feels nice to work on something that's working.
Well, it's a square body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we're building our parts.
It's true.
That's the difference.
There you
We're
go.
building it instead of buying it. All right, so some fans brought us some chips today. They're delicious. I'm gonna eat all that bag today. So thank you guys for stopping by and keeping us fat and sassy. They brought us M&Ms, chips, and of course some Mountain Dew. So Ben's fat. So I was over just welding my little heart out. Michelle dropped by.
Hi.
I think she just
Stop.
she just came to eat my M&Ms.
I ate a little of your M&Ms.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Ben, he decided to go ahead and break off my 1/2-inch drill bit. Clink. Yep. See that?
Hey, but guess what? My wrist is okay.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
So we'll have to get another one of them tapered 1/2-inch drill bits. They're pretty awesome. We got some taper ones, so they.
I've done all those.
Yeah,
with
they.
that.
But we're gaining. Things are looking good. Let me show you the other side over here. I've got it welded up. Airbag mounts in, welded. See that? All welded in, nice and tight. Ben gets done messing around on that other side and I'll weld it up. Ben is currently gonna break one of my other bits now.
No, I got it clear.
And Michelle's out here.
I'm going to school registration. It's T-minus 2 weeks. The kids start school in T-minus 2 weeks.
Kids.
That's good. Maybe my shop will stay clean for a minute.
Maybe my house will stay
Yeah.
clean for Really? Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
This is the one we're gonna take with us tonight.
Oh yeah,
That's what
we need more of those.
We need a.
How many?
We need. Okay, we have one, so we need 2, 4, 6.
12 of them. Right? You got 6 on each side?
And that one. So we need.
I'm a math musician.
We need 11, but 12.
All right.
Let's
We'll-
do 12 because
we'll
we're
get
gonna break one. I will.
That's right.
I will break one.
Yep. All right, we're gonna plug on here. I got a little welding left to do, and then it's basically on to rear end stuff. All right, got a pile of work done today in the shop. It was 1,000,000 degrees. I feel like I've been in Florida again. I'm all sweaty, but everything's welded in. I got pull the boom off and finish weld the bottoms, and the boom is mounted. We're coming along. The PTO is all put on it, and what else? Yeah, that's about it. A lot left to do on this truck, but we're plugging along, getting a little done every day. Before long, we'll be driving it. So thanks for watching.